I'm David Volk for Chin Music, and today's post is Little Debbie is taking over. You can run, but you can't hide. One of the great things about living on the West Coast is that I was able to escape some of the frightening food institutions I grew up with. You know, Lance peanut butter and cheese crackers and vending machines, Wise potato chips, Bahama bread, and Sonny's barbecue. I'm not saying it's perfect. Since I shop at grocery outlet, aka Smash Foods, I'll occasionally see something sneak through like ice cream cones from Food Giant, a Publix product, or a private label item from Piggly Wiggly, but I've mostly been pretty safe. Until last month, that is. That's when I saw Little Debbie's Swiss Rolls cereal from Kellogg's. And I laughed partly because it's funny. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat a cereal made out of Swiss rolls, which are the Little Debbie equivalent of Hostess Ho-Ho's, a chocolate pinwheel roll with cream inside. That sounds almost as repulsive as eating chocolate chip cookie cereal for breakfast, but people did that too when Cookie Crisps came out. Heck, I probably did that too, but that was because I was younger and stupider than I am now, and I had a cast iron stomach. Those days are gone. Besides, just because someone makes a new sugar delivery system disguised as a breakfast cereal doesn't mean I have to eat it. As a side note, for those of you not from the South who haven't heard of Little Debbie's, it's important that you understand that Little Debbie's are the low-rent equivalent of products made by the Wonder Bread people. I also laughed partly in a kind of uncomfortable there but for the grace of God go I kind of way, because it makes me feel like a man who has been put in the Willis Protection Program thinking they were safe, only to wake up one day and discover that the forces of the Southeast may not know where I am and may not even be looking for me, but accidentally found me and dragged me back to Florida kicking and screaming anyway. I was able to laugh it off as the meanderings of someone still recovering from PTSD, that's post-traumatic southern disorder, and having a citric acid flashback. Until I returned to the store, which was just down the street from, gasp, a newly opened Chick-fil-A, and I saw this in the ice cream case. A whole bunch of Little Debbie ice creams. And I realized the cotton curtain, you know, the southern equivalent of the Iron Curtain, is collapsing, and the southern incursion is underway. But it's not too late to stop it. Go ahead, make fun if you will, order from Chick-fil-A all you want, and pretend it isn't happening. But it is. Trust me, it is. Don't be seduced by their sweet teas and their sing-song voices. They are the advance team, the crack troops sent to soften us up. And then, when we're not looking, they will take over our taco times, In-N-Outs and Carl's Jr.'s if we don't stop them. Before we know it, all our fast food restaurants will be closed on Sundays. And then where will we be when we're on our way to a professional football game, starting an early morning road trip, or finishing off a hike and need to reward ourselves with something so bad that it's actually good? Oh, sure, Southern fried chicken sandwiches are tasty, but if we eat enough of them, we'll all become fat, slovenly boss hogs who are too slow to respond to battle. And then, before we know it, we'll all be eating moon pies with RC Cola and talking like Katie Britt normally does. And by then, it will all be over but the shouting. And you better believe that Southerners love shouting, so there will be plenty of that. And all of that will be followed by an invasion of Florida men, which cannot be reversed, surgically or otherwise. Please, please, please trust me on this. The end is near, and if we don't do something soon, y'all, I'll tell you what. They might seem no bigger than a minnow in a fishing pond, but there are more of them than Carter's got little pills. They're madder than wet hens, and when I come over from over yonder, they're plumb fixing to take over everything, even our cannabis stores, and then no one will care. You have been forewarned. And I've been David Volk for Chin Music.